I'm able to easily pull down my pants. He's the alpha, I can tell. I could just tell. Look at his face.
I don't give a shit what they think. They'll know we're real enough when their blood is sliding down our throats.
My goodness, Valeria. Stop flirting with me. Hi everybody, I'm Degenerate, and welcome to this game I recently bought called First Blood.
Is this nigga serious?
Vampires. Need I say more? We know. Emotional manipulation? Okay, that I didn't know. And other content that some players may find disturbing. Flashing images. Those who... They'll play the song again? This is nice though. So far. Ooh. It'd be cool if I could hear the rain. Oh. Little cutscene. This is nice. Dead End Drive. Totally. Very sensual, this music. Okay. Chris Wise. Casting recording, Studio Nano. Featuring voice sounds of... I think I know a little bit about this game. Well, it's obviously vampires. Marie Westbrook. Okay. I know that one of the voice actors is some guy that I know from anime. I know for a fact. But I forgot who, because I really only know like some names. I'm not good with names, but I know one of the characters sounds like somebody I know from a show. Nothing but darkness surrounds me. So edgy already. I close my eyes desperately, trying to blink it away, but there's just nothingness. A void. Melanie? I'm alone. Where am I? What am I doing here? How did I even get here? And nothingness? I tried moving my legs. The music! Nothing. As hard as I tried to run away, my body refused to cooperate. I tried my arms next. Frozen. Before I can try anything else, a light appears in the distance. There's something else flickering right next to that light. I can barely make it out, but what little I can see is horrifying. Glowing red eyes. Bright white fangs that I don't see. Blood dripping from sharp talons. In an instant they multiply, dancing around in the shadows. They laugh, a cacophony of demonic giggles. And then skitter toward me at an inhuman speed, their movements chaotic. I'm helpless as they close in around me. An aroma of metallic sweetness infiltrates my nostrils, and I'm surrounded. Trapped. Everything ends with a blood mark. Am I wrong? Yeah. And they pounce, claws tearing deep into my muscles as they grab hold of me, teeth sinking into my flesh. I thought these were vampires, not werewolves. I'm not trying to get into that alpha. I try to scream, but no sound escapes. Part 1, hunger. That's a click. Yes. What a room. I'm guessing I just abruptly woke up from my sleep. My eyes don't open as I wake up in a cold sweat. It was a dream. Just a dream. Or closer to a nightmare. Depends on how you feel about being torn apart by vampires, I guess. My heart feels like it's about to burst out of my chest as my mind races over the lingering memory of what I saw. I quickly scan my surroundings to make sure I'm actually in my room. Why is there a skeleton in your room? And also alive. Everything is in its rightful place, and my laptop is asking me if I'd like to continue watching Death of the Dead. At this point, I should know better than to fall asleep watching horror movies, but I was lured at the prospect of two hot characters kissing, and I just rested my eyes for a little too long. Wow. Oops. Some ridiculous part of my brain holds a kernel of hope that one day I'll enter a delicious dark world of the unknown and unexplainable, but for now, I'm stuck here. Even my dreams won't let me near what I want. Because they will tear you apart. We have a boob light, everybody. Just had to put that out there. Sorry. And now that these thoughts are once again racing through my mind, I know it's absolutely fruitless to try to fall back asleep. But I try nonetheless. I go through every trick in the book. Breathing exercises, counting sheep, which never works. Writing erotic fanfiction in my head, decidedly unhelpful. Surprise, surprise, I'm still awake and blankly staring at my ceiling. Great job, me. It's a cool ceiling, though. I sigh, pushing the covers off my body. There's no point in staying in bed. I grab my phone from my bedside table, bracing myself as I check the time. 3 a.m? Spooky hours, no wonder. Once again, my body has betrayed me by falling into a disgusting habitual cycle. Have a nightmare, wake up, stay awake, rinse, repeat. Defeated, I yawn and stretch my bones as I stand, and I make my way to my bedroom mirror. I drag my fingers down my cheeks and glare at my reflection, illuminating by the dangling fairy lights. What's your first name? Oh, first name? So does that mean I get to pick a second? No way. I guess that one's okay, but I'm playing the game. No way, Amzo. Interesting. We're gonna do this though. Pronouns? Question mark? They, them. Eye color? Eye color? Eye color? Brown. I'm a basic bitch. I take a deep breath. I am degenerate. And I'm going to have a good night. Really? I don't remember signing up for that. If only my therapist could see me now. A positive affirmation to start my... Wait. Is it night? It's technically morning. The time between times? Normally when this disjointed sleeping pattern curses me, I either read my old collection of goose flesh, books for the 100th time, or write for my website. We have a website? The singularly most interesting thing about me is that I have cradled and matured a cryptid blog to a nice level of internet fame. Ghostin is my main source of serotonin. It started out as a tiny forum, an avenue to find and cultivate friendships with those that love the strange and unusual as much as I do. How strange? Where are we going with this? It still serves the same purpose now, but on a larger scale. Mingling still happens, and the original forums are as active as ever, but I had to get creative and produce different types of content in order to keep myself afloat in this economy. My review of Where Are the Werewolves goes up later today. And I also need to upload that How to Attract Bigfoot video. Why would you want that? The crown jewel of Ghostin is also overdue for an update. It's an erotica section lovingly dubbed the Cryptoid Coitus Corner, and it surprised me to see it become the most popular part of the website. I'll admit I'm no Bill Shakespeare, but it warms my heart to see people coming back for my wide and varied selection of supernatural erotica. Bigfoot though, what? Gross. Who knew that horny horror was like catnip to people all over the world and not just me? Bro. Why do you think it's mass produced? Well, not mass produced, but just why do you think it exists? Unfortunately, I'm stuck on my latest would-be masterpiece, and all I have is the potentially questionable title. Mummy Milkers?
Hey, yo!
It's a work in progress. It should stay like that. I love that. Mummy Milkers? Let's go with it. I wave it off. I'll figure all that out later and update Cryptoid Coitus Corner when inspiration hits. I'm gonna call it CCC because I'm not saying that every time. Oh, it says cryptid. I'm dumb. I lazily scan my room trying to hit that motivation jackpot when I pause on my window. The moon is full and bright against a starless sky. An excellent setting for an ominous entertainment. For some ominous entertainment. Maybe I need to get out, go for a walk, see what early morning Portland offers me. Portland? There's enough weirdness happening during the day in this city, so I'm sure something bled over into the twilight hours. With my mind made up, I mosey over to my closet. What does one wear for a witching hour stroll? All black like my soul! Comfort is key. Dress in the nines. Comfort. Above anything else. That's how I dress. I make sure when I dress, when I go out, or anything, just anything, I'm able to easily pull down my pants. Not for what you think. It's just take a shit.
Huh?
I want to be able to comfortably get in and out of my pants so that I can use the bathroom. It's the middle of the night. I don't need fashion, but I demand comfort. That's how I go. That's how I roll. I find the comfiest pants and the biggest sweatshirt in town I own and slide into them. Bliss. I pose in front of the mirror, blowing a kiss to Mirror D. Looking good. Totally. I'm a little abuzz with excitement as I gather my bearings. The most radical thing I've done lately is quit my gray-toned office job and pick up shifts at a local coffee shop to supplement the income from my website. It's comforting knowing that there are others like me who have this undeniable attraction to things that go bump in the night, despite the monotony of my day-to-day. It's easy to exist when you blend in and squirrel away any untoward interests. It avoids awkward conversations and no one's caught on the deep dark secrets. There was a time where I felt that my desires for the supernatural were something to be ashamed of. You're serious? No way. There's way worse things that you could like. And well, maybe there are in polite society, but after I spent too much brainwriting hours in an office cubicle, I decided I would lean into the delusion to bring some color back into my life. Most people don't see the value in that sort of thing, and that's fine. But I can't help it. Something about the occult excites me more than anything else. It's always been that way. I gave up trying to fight it a long time ago. I shake the thought from my head. It's no use thinking about that now. I have some inspiration to look for. I grab my phone, my wallet, and my house keys from my desk, and give my room a once-over, making sure I'm not forgetting anything. Then with a final flash of some finger guns to my reflection in the mirror, I'm out. But we gotta blow ourselves a kiss and finger guns. Ooh. You live here and you're... Come on, this is literally creepy central. It isn't long until I find myself standing outside the house. Oh, I thought we lived there. Whoops. 69 Dead End Drive. Nice. It's creepy and old. No one actually knows who owns it, and right now it's luring me in. Normally I pass by on my walk to the coffee shop, and during the day give it more than a fleeting thought. Maybe it's the desperation for a crumb of inspiration, but tonight I'm intrigued. Yeah, after that nightmare, we're totally just gonna walk into this weird house just because it says 69, you know? For years I thought I was totally abandoned. It was totally abandoned. I cannot read. The windows all covered with what looks like scraps of newspaper, but what gives me pause is the front yard. It's too well kept. Those bushes don't tend to themselves. What if they do? You don't know. Like every historic neighborhood, there's always that one house that has a particularly bad reputation and this gothic beauty to it. I've heard all the stories. I count them on my fingers. Witches who eat children, an axe murderer who slaughtered their own family, a pack of feral stray cats overthrowing the previous owner. Whoa. I don't know how to say that. So, a weirdo's hideout? I don't know. And my personal favorite, vampires. They're very eccentric. They Most of them go both ways. Majority of them. Since they're immortal, why not have a little fun with both genders? All of them, actually. Just free for all. I always thought it was a joke to scare away kids, to stop them from playing on their lawn, but if only it were true. I find myself just standing there staring, tempted by the house and what might linger inside, which isn't the smartest move. In October. Lovely. It's spooky hour. It's Halloween. It's like now we're in front of this house that's glowing red. We hit all the stops. In the Pacific Northwest. It's dark. I'm cold. It's also definitely about to rain. I should go in. Oh! The words fall out of my mouth without thought. Just pure impulse, succumbing to the mystery tugging at my curiosity. I shrug to myself and look around. No one's here to witness my petty crime of breaking and entering. With my journalistic integrity intact, I will myself to stroll up to the house. The porch groans loudly in protest as I step on it, and my hand reaches out for the front door. It's just open. Because it's like nobody would walk in here willingly. So. Except for me. I apply gentle pressure and the door just swings open with a deliciously spooky, decidedly terrifying creak. That's not what I expected. Was it just left ajar like that? Damn, I was very prepared to use the lockpicking skills I've picked up from all the video games I've played. Which totally would have worked. Sure. As the door swings open, a slight breeze flows from inside, like someone forgot to close the fridge and let out the cold. I shiver against it. And then finally I hesitate. Should I really be adding trespasser to my resume? Am I actually doing this? Yes, don't be a coward. I don't care. We already opened the door. What would my therapist say? Who cares? She told me it would be a good idea for me to say yes to more things in life. But no one asked the question, so... No one asked the question to you. That's different. This is almost certainly what she was talking about. Totally. Listen, you go into this house, and you do it right now. Think of the possibilities. Murder. Kidnapping. If there are no corporeal beings, hopefully there will be a hot ghost that won't make me want to shit my pants. Okay. I push the door open a little more and squeeze inside. Now or never. Totally. Once I get inside my house, my teeth start chattering. It's cold, like really fucking cold. I almost forgot heating exists. I think I'm in a small foyer, but it's hard to tell because without the soft glow of moonlight outside, I can barely see my hand in front of my face. I pull up my phone, turn on the flashlight, and inspect my surroundings. As I shine my light around the room, I see this place appears to be lost in time. Nothing seems to have changed since at least the 1800s. Not the furniture, the wallpaper, or the smell. I inhale deeply and catch the scent of something pungent and putrescine? What? Hidden deep within the normal old house musk. Unpleasant as it is, it's an aroma that intrigues the rest of my senses, beckoning me to find the rest of the secrets packed within these walls. At the end of the hall, I see light sneaking through the crack of a half-open door. Whoever's here, if anyone at all, must be in there. I hold my breath as I listen intently for clues, and sure enough, there are the signs of life I craved. I hear what sounds like muffled conversation, and then a very clear...
Fuck you!
Okay. I raise an eyebrow. Now this is something worth investigating. An argument. Drama. As I take another step, the floorboards creak loudly under my feet. Shit. I pause, silent as a grave. Silent as a grave. As still as a statue, and pray those muffled voices didn't hear me. There's a tense moment before the voices continue and I release the breath I was holding. I pass the stealth check. Maybe. Continuing to sneak along the dark corridor, I creep closer and closer to the illuminated room. Then I'm right outside the cracked door with my back against the wall. Now that I'm closer, I can hear them more clearly. Three distinctly different dulcet tones echo into the hallway.
Smell that?
¿Qué? What'd you say? Everything goes deathly silent. Then,
It smells like human in here.
that's it. I thought it smelled like Updog. I freeze instantly.
There it is again.
I don't remember. The Updog?
I keep telling you, it's your dirty cups piled in the sink. You're just as shit at doing dishes as you are playing cards.
Okay.
At least when he sucks at cards, there's a chance he'll have to take his clothes off.
Who are we talking about? Every day. Oh, sorry. I thought he was gonna keep talking. Or they, I don't know who. Every day the cups keep piling up and not a nipple in sight. Damn.
First of all, I'm good at everything. A warrior like me just can't waste his time on trivial things like cards and dishes.
I know this voice
Gotta
actor.
save my huge brain and muscles for more important things. Second,
Right. I hear the sounds of someone inhaling deeply.
my nose never lies. I smell human.
Maybe I should have left the, locked the door? The speaker's words hit me like a thunderbolt. What had I been thinking, sulking about in the hallway and eavesdropping on whoever lives here? Could be a troop of axe murderers for all I know.
Have we already forgotten the time your nose led us straight into that werewolf house party?
I can tell this is gonna be a little funny. Just a little bit. Somehow, despite the growing panic in my chest, the phrase werewolf's house party made me snort. Why? I covered my mouth with my hand immediately, as though it might somehow take it back. But it's too late. Oh. It would have been nice to hear it, but it's fine. Well, 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 we might have company after
Go
all.
on. Show yourself.
Gladly. Dusty ass sweater. Oh, I'm wearing terrible clothes. I at least wanted to look good. Dang. I can't describe the feeling, but it's like I'm being compelled to step from the darkness and into the light. My feet propelled me forward of their own accord, carrying me around the corner as I resign myself to the fact that I've been caught. What else? Now I'm kind of upset I wore what I wore. What I see when I enter the room jolts me right out of my numbness into a state of shock. So embarrassing! I'm wearing the worst possible clothes right now. Uncomfortable, my heart skips a beat. The three voices that I heard are matched by three equally mesmerizing faces. They're so beautiful, it almost hurts to look at them. Sometimes, yeah. Oh, they're playing cards. But they were just in the kitchen. And by the look of their slightly I don't know that word. And yet also slightly intrigued expressions, I've clearly interrupted something. Using my big galaxy brain, I surveyed the situation and decide my next move. There's a mess of playing cards and glasses of red wine strewn across the table in front of them. The way they're holding their cards reminds me of an old spaghetti western. Right before there's a shootout in the saloon. The three of them stare at me in a way that makes me feel like a ham ready for carving. None of them speak. They just evaluate me with the bizarre hunger in their gaze. I should say something to shatter this long, incredibly awkward pause. Howdy? No thank you. I'm gonna say I know this looks bad. Listen, I know this looks bad, but the words are barely out of my mouth before they leap towards me at an inhuman speed, knocking me onto my back and pushing me down against the carpet. The breath leaves my lungs and my hands burn as bare skin and textile collide.
See? I fucking told you I smelled human. Never doubt me again.
Oh, that's so cute. They blink. I like that. No treat for you. for just getting it right. Elias? Dumb. Not the name, me.
Assuming we all want to call dibs, should we rock, paper, scissors for them?
I don't give a fuck. I broke and entered. It's basically my fault.
Dibs. Really, Laurel? Can't we just share? We haven't done that in a while.
No, Valeria.
Valeria. Her name sounds like a disease, but it's pretty. Like chlamydia.
As the oldest, smartest, and hottest, the human is mine by right.
Okay. I feel like a piece of furniture out for auction at a swap meet. Am I into that? Am I into that? I'm completely mesmerized by every hand movement, every turn of their lips, every glance in my direction as they bicker. My heart races and I can feel myself getting unnaturally hot, despite the freezing temperature in the house.
Don't be greedy, Illy. Think of all the fun we could have.
What kind of fun?
That's all it is for you. Fun.
Is that not what's supposed to be going down?
You two enjoy those pre-packaged little blood bags, but a hunter like me needs to feed. My fangs haven't pierced flesh in so long.
He's the alpha, I can tell. I could just tell. Look at his face. The biggest one has me pinned to the floor, but despite their threatening words, they don't exactly seem intent on killing me right this second. Look at them. Straight out of a book. Like, come on. I can tell he gets into squabbles. Look at all those damn scars. Dang, who did you fight? Even lying prone on the ground, the first thing I notice is their teeth, or rather the deadly points of their canines. Their skin doesn't have the same plumpness or glow that mine has. Almost like their capillaries forgot how to refill with blood. And the mirror behind them has no reflections. How do they do their like hair and stuff then? No. This cannot be happening. Can it? Can it? There's no way they're actually vampires? The word crashes out and they turn to me, hungry, unforgiving, feral. The one they called Valeria grabs hold of my chin with a delicate hand, but there's nothing delicate about the way she holds me.
Looks like we have a fan on our hands.
Okay.
It looks like we do.
Bro, anyone could tell you guys are vampires though. Like, I'm not dumb. Her dark brows are pitched when she leans closer. Her head tilted like she's sizing me up.
You interrupted us, kitten. And Ilias here was just about to take his shirt off.
What shirt? What shirt? He's basically wearing nothing, ma'am. He's the least clothed out of all of you.
Taking your shirt off is for losers. And I was clearly winning.
Doesn't look like it to me. It looked like someone bit half of your shirt off. Winning, I'm afraid. Laurel, let him dream.
I don't have to dream about winning. Winning is all I do. Look at these muscles. My face? These cards?
Who does he remind me of? Don't disappear. Come back. The trio continues to bicker amongst themselves, and I just lie here, watching. Vampires are just myths, monsters made up by confused historians, and then embellished by storytellers seeking to make us feel something. There has to be a simple explanation for these three. And now is not the time to get myself worked up on my own little fantasies. It's probably just some sort of kinky vampire LARP event. Cosplayers who lift or something. And I'm usually so on top of these gatherings. Stop it. The costuming and props are serious. Movie magic fangs, even the red wine in their glasses looks like real blood. So then it is. And it wouldn't surprise me if they rented out this house for their own pleasure. There's no way you're real vampires. Who are you? A deadly silence fills the space between us as I graciously interrupt their quarreling. Valeria. I like saying her name. Valeria's hand gets tighter on my chin. Ilya's body feels heavier against me. I can never visualize what's happening. Okay. Who are we?
You don't think we're real?
Like...
I don't give a shit what they think. They'll know we're real enough when their blood is sliding down our throats.
My goodness, Valeria. Stop flirting with me.
Too much talking, not enough killing.
Interesting. Furious. Elias. Did you say Elias or Elias? I'm gonna keep saying Elias. Unless someone says it differently and then I'll change it. Elias lunges for me at the speed of my eye. What? That my eyes can hardly register, and I'm in such a broken state of shock that I can't say the first thing that comes into my head. Harley? They all pause immediately, going still as statues as they look at me with a distinct mix of disgust and confusion.
Parlay?
Oh, parlay. I'm so dumb.
Do we look like fucking pirates to you?
You are what you eat, I suppose. Yo ho ho.
What? I'm sorry, is there like a vampire version of parlay here where you have to let me explain myself before you kill me?
That green shit they put on your food to make it look nice?
What are you talking about?
Parlay, not parsley.
He's a fucking
It's some
idiot.
bullshit the human picked up from the movies. You know, parlay.
Okay, I get it now. This whole interaction is about to make me read each one of these characters. He's obviously the dumbass. We're done. We cleared that one. Clearly, Elias does not know.
Besides, it's bold of you to assume we have anything to talk to you about, human.
Are you sure about that?
They could surprise you, Val.
The understanding one. We love it.
You know, I never thought I'd be reminiscing about all the sailors I've eaten when I first sensed them quivering around the corner.
Why did you tell him that he didn't see anything? Then he didn't smell anything then?
Honestly, Laurel, who hasn't eaten a ship full of sailors? Oh, now you've got me thinking about that time in Central Bay.
Seaman. Sorry, that's the first thing that came to my head. She gives my hand an idle little shake, her fingers digging into my cheeks and making my mouth purse as she stares wistfully into the distance.
Oh, pristine beaches, expensive wines, obnoxious tourists no one will miss.
Totally. Don't leave. As they once again continue to talk as if I'm not here, my gaze flints between their gorgeous, terrifying faces, despite to find something I can use. All those years of memorizing books and movies and useless video game encrypted lore has prepared me for this moment. I racked my brain for what little information I managed to learn about these three thus far. The biggest one, Elias, is apparently the oldest and seems to believe he's the best of the three of them in every way. He's probably susceptible to flatter. Valeria, the most petite of the trio, seems to have a penchant for luxury, if the glazed look in her eyes when she mentions St. Tropez and anything to go by. And finally, Laurel, the hardest to read of the three, gives me the distinct impression that they might be open to being entertained. Okay, we're an observant one. All I got was that Elias is dumb. So, I won't have much time to try whatever it is I'm going to do. I'd better choose a vampire fast and go for it. Now? Offer to keep Laurel entertained. Ask Valeria about St. Tropez. Flatter Elias. Well, he is on top of us. So, Because that's what I read. I read that he's like literally on top of us. So let's try to do that first so he can get off. Because look at him. Big ass nigga. Get off. I can't breathe. I'm sorry. I just think I'm going to... If I'm going to die, it should be at the hands of the strongest, hottest, smartest, second. That's a little much. I frown. I swear there was one more attribute he mentioned.
Don't forget the oldest.
Of course he's going to remind me. Right, sorry. And the oldest vampire here. Laura rolls their eyes while Valeria shakes her head, but Ilias practically beams.
What a smart human you are. Nothing gets past you.
I'm a genius.
Anyone can figure out that the way to your heart is through your inflated ego, darling.
If we're going to do this, can we at least make it interesting?
Totally. This? The whole fast talking your way out of a grisly situation like the... Oh, thing. The tone is so unbelievably wary. As if they've seen this situation play out again and again. They talk about the hypothetical death the same way I talk about the "Are you scared of the dark" reruns.
I'd rather we didn't do much more talking at all, to be honest. I'm bored.
Totally.
So you just want to kill the human now because you're jealous.
What happened to those killer instincts, Illy?
They're still there. I'm a stone cold killer, okay?
Totally. I believe everything you say. He turns his wicked gaze to me, somehow exuding both murderous intent and boyish excitement in equal measure.
If you want to say some nice things about me again first, human.
If that gets you off me, anything.
Flattery really will get you everywhere with him.
This one will be easy then. That's like the one thing I can do. Come on now. The vampires are all staring at me expectantly now. And this time the pressure is really on. That means whatever I pick. The first one seems to be the best. So I'm gonna do that. I couldn't help but notice that you have more muscles than that is humanly possible.
That's because it's not humanly possible.
Cool. The massive vampire grins broadly, baring his fangs at me while he lifts his arms in a pose reminiscent of a bodybuilder at the beach. In one of those old advertisements. I know what he's doing. You know, the one where they kick sand at the lonely nerd.
I have as many muscles as is vampirely possible.
Totally. How many is that?
A lot, obviously.
Obviously. Well, if I have to die, I can't think of a better way to go than being crushed between... Oh, damn it. I might die. What am I supposed to say? Squish me like a grape, crack me like a walnut, crush me like a melon? I like the melon one though. Not gonna lie, I like the melon one. So, we're gonna pick that one. Yes.
You know just what I want to hear.
I'm the Rizatron 9000.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm putting a stop to this. His ego is already big enough, thank you.
I bet all of them would have done it though. It was just a matter of how I wanted to say it. There would be no living with him after this. Well, if you're not gonna let the human keep saying nice things about me, I'm just gonna eat him now. Kicking your ass at cards really worked up an appetite.
Oh, again. Delusional. But the point still stands. It does feel like you've reached your expiration date, sweet thing.
No, I thought I was doing so well. Somehow, once again, these three beautiful people are arguing amongst themselves, and I'm left with a moment to ponder my options. There's no going back for me, but maybe I can... I don't know what that word says. I don't know. I don't know. My way through this extremely sexy, scary predicament? It's clearly on me. We'll never settle on who gets to eat me if we continue on like this. You're all just too sexy and cool and clever. Am I supposed to have your answer? And I suppose you have our answer, do you?
Again, wasting time talking when we could be feeding.
I like talking though. It's so nice.
Illy, how often do we get entertainment of this caliber delivered to our doorstep? I want to see what cute little scheme they've got in their pocket.
I have lots of pockets. The massive vampire actually pouts.
It actually hurts to be this bored, you know?
Rap. Just earlier.
I suppose we can hear their suggestion before we tear them apart.
Totally. Talk fast, human. I can only keep these two from your throat for so long. Okay, well, I was thinking maybe I could ask you a couple of questions, you know, for me to get to know each of you a little better. That way we can see who's the best fit to eat me. That's
You're
crazy.
holding Ely and I back for a fucking job interview.
Totally.
I haven't had a job in...
Oh, okay. He frowns his eyes squinting, mouth open and closing. He seems to be thinking particularly hard about something. He raises his hand and looks to be counting on his fingers, but he gives up after a few moments. A long time, and I'll be damned if I start now. He is the dumb one. Definitely. Laurel inhales and exhales quietly. A hint of a smile in those perfect purple lips.
Absolute treasures, aren't they? Keep talking.
Totally. I'll do anything. If they really are creatures of the night that they claim to be, I'd better continue to think fast. I've survived thus far on wit alone, and I can't let it fail me now. Maybe confidence is key here. Maybe I can throw them off. I'm an expert on your kind. I'm still not convinced you're real. Let's... You know? But I've been waiting my entire life for this moment. And this is it. This is my chance. I'm practically an expert on your kind, you know.
Oh, is that so?
Yes, Valeria, it is so.
Then you already know we can't let you live.
Totally, Laurel. Oh, and you couldn't. In tandem, they all show off their murderous pearly whites. Shit. I should have thought this through, but it's too late now. I just let it happen. Wave the white flag, if you will. They smirk, and all of a sudden I can't seem to track their movements as they take hold of me. I just died. And I didn't save. Like, at all. My mind is clouded, my breath's shallow as my heart rate decreases. And then I feel my body being led. Valeria's cold fingers are tightly curled around my wrists. And Laurel's are intertwined with my other hand. It would almost be intimate if it wasn't a prelude to my death. Bang. They lead me to the couch and sit me right in Ilya's lap. My back leaned flush against his ample chest. This is an interesting turn of events. I might actually like this. And I died too. Double points. Laurel and Valeria take their spots next to him, both still holding my hands. They spread my arms like an angelic marble statue. The position is holy, and yet the deed is dripping in sin. Oh, this is just like the dream. Crazy, right? I hear a giggle. Then two pairs of full lips are brushed over the soft skin of my inner wrist. Yikes. Sharp daggers pierce my flesh there, sinking right between the delicate bones. I can't believe I'm dying right now. They're feeding on me. And with each slow pump of my heart, blood leaves my body and flows into their hungry mouths. I'd almost forgotten about Elias behind me, and the third set of fangs embed themselves deep into the juncture of my throat. There's nothing gentle about Ilya. Not like the other two. He's pure animal. A monster. I don't think I have much life left in me. A sharpness settled in my lungs that makes it hard to breathe. And then there's just acceptance. Worth it. I close my eyes and let the darkness take me. Dead! Totally worth it. You said it. Can you really have to start a new game and try to do that the right way? Unless they're autosaves?
Yes!
I wanna play a game. What's this one? Ah! Perfect! I didn't even have to do it over. I stand my ground. Surely I can easily play their game and win them over with compliments. There's just no way you're not LARPers. Silly, sexy LARPers. I smirk at them, trying my best to make sure it doesn't shake nervously at the edges. I'm glad I died the first time though. Either way, I guess it doesn't matter. Laurel exhales a lilting laugh.
Que sera? Certainly an interesting credo to live by.
Is that Spanish or French?
And die by.
You really are quite bold for a blood bag, aren't you?
I admire your tenacity, I suppose. We'll indulge you, but this is truly your last chance. Illy is clearly on a different page than Laurel and Valerie entirely, flexes his big beefy arm.
I just can't believe you think that humans could ever have muscles like mine.
Really? Valeria narrows her eyes at me as Ilias palms his fist. He looks pretty keen on ripping me to shreds.
Silly. Not yet.
A moment of raw tension
This
passes.
better be as fun as you seem to think it will be, Laurel. I can think of a million better ways to spend my time.
Now jot them all down for me. No way. Laurel pointedly ignores her.
Tell me, what exactly drove you to fling yourself into this pit of vipers, human?
I don't know. Oh, well. I'd opened the door, it opened, so I was like, okay, that's an invitation. Ilias grumbles.
God, it's so boring when you play Puppet Master.
Crap.
I'm over it. Enough talking. I'm taking what's mine.
I need to want to be yours first. That's not how this works. A look passes over Valeria's face like she's suddenly reconsidering things.
Oh.
You suddenly don't want to hunt them down, Illy?
Come on.
They're just standing there like we owe them something.
A hunt can take many forms, Elias.
It's okay. I thought it was Elias. Wait, was I saying Ilias? I don't know what I'm doing. Alias. Even that a light chit chat. Ilias. Those them both a look of open disgust, but his sigh sounds a lot like defeat, however temporarily that may be.
Ugh.
Ugh.
I'll make it fun for you, Illy.
If I don't, I'll finally bring that pretty little clerk home for dinner.
Even let you have the first bite.
Isn't that what this game is called? I bet he said it, right? Did they say it? That beefy vampire remains unconvinced. You don't make it easy, do you? Let's bring out the big guns, shall we? And here I was, saving the tree for a special occasion. Ilias perks up a bit at that.
Humor me, and I'll hand over that extra special, super rare Wagalad spread from the 1992 Party Down edition of Glow Rods Weekly.
Is this like a wine or something? That does it.
The one with the,
Yes,
and the...
yes.
I have no idea what they're talking about. I even had a lemonade to guard against your... I know now!
Fine, human. Check this shit out.
I'm so over him right now. Elias straight up flexes, showing me his delts, biceps, triceps, and a multitude of muscles that I can't even name. I'm surprised you named the first three. You read enough dirty magazines to know that humans are definitely capable of achieving such a body, Illy.
I'll also take the liberty to remind you that you had those muscles when you were alive.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, well, can a human do this?
What the fuck?
Get on my back, Laurel! You too, Val.
Oh my gosh. Gonna try to do sit-ups. Oh no, push-ups?
Fuck.
You cannot be serious.
Ugh.
Laura doesn't seem to mind the request and sits astride him like they're riding a pony. With a huff, Valeria follows suit. It's an interesting sort of vampire pyramid. Now what?
Watch.
Oh my gosh, so embarrassing. He begins doing push-ups with one finger. So cool. What is going on? What is happening to me? One second I'm practically begging for my life, and the next they're trying to impress me with their talents. I don't know what to think as my mind boomerangs from terrified to fascinated to enthralled. This certainly isn't what I had in mind. All of the times I've dreamed about watching three hot vampires ride each other. I'd be lying if I said this was exactly what I was expecting.
I'm sorry to tell you that
expecting?
everything you've learned from your insipid modern media is likely wrong. Laughable at best.
Everything? Laurel and Valerie dismount, and Ilias huffs as he stands to join them. Yes, everything. What are those things, though? I have so many questions. I was about to ask about garlic. Let me save, though. Do a normal save, thank you. Okay, so Valeria has a cross on her neck, so I can't X that. That's stupid. Holy water and garlic are the only two options. Let's do the garlic one. Is the garlic thing true? Does it harm you?
Quite the opposite, actually. It's delicious.
Interesting.
Especially on bread.
Right.
And especially from the Garden of Olives restaurant.
Olive Garden.
You know their unlimited breadsticks aren't really unlimited? They cut you off after 47 refills.
47? God damn! Yo! When you're there, you're there. Okay, what about
Do
coffins?
I look like I sleep in a coffin to you?
It looked pretty cool.
Who do you think I am? Fucking Nosferatu?
No. Now hold on a minute. Are you saying Nosferatu is real?
In a way, I suppose.
Oh, can I meet him? Dracula is very real, and Nosferatu was based on him, so...
You know, I actually knew Dracula personally.
Oh, okay, I get it. Elias groans loudly, but Valeria continues raising her voice slightly as if to drown out his obvious sorrow. Vampires might not age, but the way that Laurel and Ilias seem to wither at the prospect of listening to her tell another story seems to sap a few centuries of their infinite lifespan.
Oh, it was all very exciting at first, the whole King of Darkness thing. But then you come to realize that he's far too invested in the wrong kind of impaling.
What kind of impaling?
Ah, such a waste.
Wait, you had relations with Dracula?
Oh, well, of course I fucked him. I'm not stupid. Oh, he's 6'7" and built like a god.
Damn, 6'7"?
I'm just saying, it's unfortunate that he showed more interest in skewering his enemies than me. And I'm not going to beg any man, Dracula or not, to pay me attention.
Okay. That kind of impaling. My mind is officially blown. Okay, now I have to ask, what exactly is the difference between what am I supposed to say? How am I supposed to change this? Okay. Okay. Now I have to ask, what exactly is the difference between vampire coitus and human coitus?
Oh, you poor creature. You have no idea.
Man, I bet it's the same shit. Y'all just bite.
It's better than your inadequate human mind could ever possibly imagine.
Oh. Prove it to me then.
We can physically see lust spiraling off of bodies like smoky tendrils.
No way.
Taste the pheromones that linger on the tip of gasping tongues.
Okay. We can smell every beat of Nope, not reading that. Not reading that.
It
No.
rules!
Does it? My heart starts racing and then... Hang on. Why are we still talking about our dinner? Dinner?
Yes, that would be you. Sans a good garnish.
Stop it. I know y'all love me. I am known to be pretty tasty.
Ugh. My urge to kill it is dissipating. This human has no sense of self-preservation.
It's no fun if you're not scared. It really has been too long since I had a good, hot, fresh meal. Guys, come on. As I stare into 3 sets of wide, scarlet eyes, I feel like I'm standing on the precipice of something terrifying and life-ruining. But my heart is racing like I've just won the lottery. I think back to my dream. Was it a premonition? Was the universe predicting my untimely death at the hands of these 3 monsters? I wouldn't say they're monsters. You know what would make this mortal bloods taste better? A performance.
I want to play with them. Make it last.
You're weird. They step forward again, just on the edge, too close. And their hungry gaze roams my body like they're sizing me up for feasting. The eagerness inside me awakens, stirring curiously, and it takes every ounce of my remaining willpower not to tip my throat in surrender.
Fuck this. I want to kill him right now.
Calm down there, sailor.
And I call dibs.
No. In an instant, Ilias is racing towards me. His outstretched arms grab my shoulders, and we topple over. As I hit the floor for a second time this evening, I feel a very real sense of deja vu wash over me. He licks his lips before burying his cruel fangs.
Ilias. Wait.
Your voice is like velvet. My goodness. It's like just floating on like something, I don't know. Valeria bends and leans close, her long silky hair falling on my face. She traces the curve of my cheek with her fingertip, trailing down over my jaw.
Tell me your name.
Degenerate.
Well, no. Laurel here seems to have taken a liking to you. So that means you have one final chance to plead your case.
Really?
Good luck. And don't fuck it up.
We made it to part 2. Are we still here though? Like in the house? Oh, I had to click. I'm sorry. I was there for a little while. You probably... I think that's actually the perfect place to like stop. Since we won. We will continue though. These guys are really funny. All together, they're all funny. Totally. If you guys enjoyed, stop. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like, comment. If you want. Subscribe. Turn on the bell. Please. And I will see you all next time.